My name is Riikka Taiminen and I work as software designer and people lead at Solita. And as Arto told us about growing wider and Anna told us about growing deeper, I wanted to just emphasize the growing part. I think it's important to just grow. And this is my story. It's an example of growing outside the traditional software designer stuff. Yeah. In my work as a people lead, I meet quite much people in interviews, technical interviews, and like culture fit interviews. And some people have very detailed career plans. I have met people who have said that they will be like software architects in after a couple of years, and they have very specific steps. They have made some steps already and they know what their next steps are. But well, I think it's amazing, but I haven't had any exact plans like Anna had just told. I think my career, it's kind of same than Anna had said. When I started to figure out what I should do after high school, yeah, I was definite that I will apply to university, but I didn't have any clue to what I'm going to do when I'm grown up. And I decided to apply to study masters, the Master of Science degree, because I thought that when I choose that, it doesn't restrict my possibilities too much, and I might be able to utilize my creativity, language skills, and mathematics skills. But yeah, I didn't have any clue, and I decided also that I don't want to work with computers, and that's why I didn't apply to computer science. I applied to electrical engineering department. But soon I figured out that electrical engineering wasn't my thing, and I enjoyed really programming courses I took there, and I noticed that programming databases, algorithms, usability is something I enjoy. And yeah, after that I started to emphasize my studies towards software engineering. Well, how did it go then? I graduated as a Master of Science in 2003, and I had already had opportunity to work in IT-related tasks since 1999 as a trainee, and since 2000 I have been doing some kind of software development, and the professional is in quotes because I nowadays think that the first years wasn't so professional at all. I started at Solita in 2007 as a Java developer, and I have been working in several projects for several customers, and I have learned new things in every project, both technical and both new domains. I've also had 3 children during my Solita career, so the those years were not a good phase for career planning. I didn't have any time or energy to plan any career moves. I just concentrated on working in a customer project. But after the last parental leave, I thought I could concentrate more on working, and after a couple of years I noticed that I could use some change in my work life. And at that time there was possibility to work as a Scrum Master in our project. We had then 2 teams in our project, and other one needed a Scrum Master. So I did the certificates, and yeah, I think it was really interesting work also. I was like working half of my time as a Scrum Master and other half as a developer, and it was really interesting. But then there was no need for 2 Scrum Masters, and I returned back to development. After a year or so, there was ability to start working as a people lead at Solita, and that happened in January 2020, and I have been doing people lead related things since. Besides the software designer role, I'm doing 50% of my allocation in project, and other half is goes to people lead related stuff. It contains very various things. I will go them through soon. But the project I'm working now is we are doing software for FinTraffic. The project is related to railway traffic controlling and managing. So the domain is that, and I'm working there as a Java developer. When I look back at the career I have had this far, the most impactful things have been life coincidence and also the opportunities which have been available in different phases. Well, for example, the first employers are quite meaningful. They form the basis on which you are creating your career, and it's kind of coincidence what is the first or the couple of first employers. Of course, life can sometimes change the direction. For example, I hadn't applied to Solita if I hadn't had diverse, and then I moved to Tampere and applied to Solita. So that has certainly designed my career this way. And well, even though I haven't always known what I want to do, I have been some kind of confident that I'll probably enjoy the things I will start doing. And yeah, that has happened. Almost everything has been nice and enjoyable, even though I haven't kind of planned that I will do this kind of things in a couple of years. I've always been keen on my surroundings, even though I have been concentrating on one project. I have been interested in things that happen in Solita, in what happens in marketing, what happens in recruiting. I have been writing dev blog, taking part in technical interviews. I have followed different kind of conversations about internal issues in Solita, and also in our project I have been interested in what happens between different teams. What are they doing? What are we doing? How we are doing things? What are the integrations between teams? And I think that's why I have been quite aware of the functionalities as a whole. I think that has been one reason I ended up doing Scrum Master things, and yeah, that feature of mine helped also in that role, and I think it has been helping also in people lead role. Well, colleagues is something I'm really grateful of. I have learned a lot of things from my colleagues in projects, and also I have got really much support from colleagues. And for example, this people lead thing started when one of my colleagues asked me if I have ever thought of being people lead, because he thought that I would be good at it, and I hadn't thought that before. But after that, the conversations started, and well, it took about 3 years before I actually started working as a people lead, because I was still working part-time because of taking care of children. And I was just starting the Scrum Master thing, and I didn't want to mix Scrum Master and people lead thing. So when the time was right, I then got the opportunity to take over one team in Tampere and then started the people lead thing, but I'm grateful of all the support which has helped me in my career steps. Well, the previous year as a people lead, well, it has been full of things I haven't been doing before, lots of new things, and I think it has been really a year of growth. For example, salary discussions, development discussions, recruiting, like doing all the contracts and so on, and all the decisions. Are we really taking one employee to us or not? That has been really new for me, and I have been having lots of different kinds of trainings also related in these issues, and also to culture related things as diversity, equality, biases in recruiting, communication, and so on. I think this has been a really good opportunity to have a different point of view over whole Solita. And now I see how things work here, and I have met really much new people also. My kind of daily people are not restricted by the project I'm doing. The number of people I work with have grown a lot, and also the view to different projects in Solita has also grown. And I think I have grown also technology-wise, because now I'm more aware of different kind of projects and different kind of technologies which we use in our projects, and I'm also able to coach my team members better to help them develop their competence in different technologies. Yeah, the working as a people lead has brought a lot of variety in my work days, and I have enjoyed that a lot. But there is also downside. There is a lot of interesting things with you need to share with, and it's been really need for self-management, and I am still kind of trying to learn how to find the optimal balance between all these things. For example, recruiting and also development in project are really close to my heart, so it's difficult to find the balance, what to do and when, but still working on it and hoping to find the optimal balance. When you have this kind of role that you are not 100% allocated to a project, you need to admit that you can't dig yourself as deep in the project as you have before, and you need to think that you can't be irreplaceable in the project, so your role needs to be changed a little bit in the project. But the software development part is still something I want to do, and I think it's a good way in Solita that people leads can combine their people lead work with some other part they are interested in. We, for example, have project managers as people leads also, and so on. Well, what next? I still don't have any long-term career plan. I'm not good at those, as I told in the beginning. The previous year was mostly growth in kind of people-related themes. This year, I'm hoping to move the focus to technical growth. The project I'm working in has still a lot of things I'm not familiar with or could be better in those. So I think the project provides motivating things to me still. And also in the people lead things, I can still find many new areas I haven't been doing yet. This far I have been mostly doing recruitment, besides like managerial stuff, but we have also possibilities to take part in internal development, some business related stuff. Well, almost everything. You can have lots of possibilities in Solida. So my plan is to do what I enjoy. And I think I'm enjoying these things I'm doing so far. But if I don't enjoy something, then I can just change. Here we can affect quite good what we are doing. For example, if I find the project that I don't find any new things I can learn there, or it doesn't somehow motivate me anymore, it's possible to have rotation to different projects and so on. So I think I have plenty of opportunities to learn more and grow more in different areas. And I don't know what I will be doing in the next 5 years, but this is a good direction where to go. Yeah, thank you for listening my journey here, and remember to just grow in your own interests.